Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to my fellow chingos. Welcome to Chimaekh Hangout Season 2, where we sit back and relax while we breeze through on K-pop goodness from music to news and sometimes the culture of Korea. You're with me, Zaito, on this midnight show recording, I should be saying. Show's record on 1st of July 2021. Before I forget, do check out Chimaek Hangout on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, and possible your other favorite podcast platform as well. Alright guys, welcome to Chimaek Hangout episode 4. Alright, so without further ado, let me introduce you to today's podcast topics. So we have K-music here with us with Stray Kids. Oh, this is a mixtape by the way. And followed by 2 p.m. Make It. Follow on with LOONA's PPT Paint the Town. And lastly, Seung Woo's See You Again. And next on the weekly news and topics, we have well-known pop artists involved in BTS New Track. Wow, this one I should be sharing on. Yes, I'm quite surprised to see there's a new track coming out with a well-known pop artist. Hold on, we have ridiculous reason to drop the K-pop drama we're talking about here. I wonder what's the reason. Follow with that, we have monthly music chart 2021 of June. So we are in July. Let's see what we have at the end of the ranking. And how it goes, I will explain it in a little bit more during those parts. And lastly, is follow along with the charts with something related to Twice on Billboard's What? You will find out what I'm talking about in a little bit more. So stay tuned guys. Alright, without further ado, let's move on into our podcast here with our first group, Stray Kids. So, a little bit of intro for you guys. Debuted on 2017 under JYP Entertainment, with their previous song Backdoor had a total of 2 music show wins. And I should say, that song I have big expectation last year, and seeing that some wins, a clap for them. And not to forget, they won multiple awards as World Rookie and Best Performance, to name a few, for the year 2020 and 2021. Alright, talking about Stray Kids, and we are talking about their mixtape. So before I move on to their mixtape, just a report for you guys that just come in freshly, basically quite close to whenever I am uploading this. So Stray Kids have been reported will be making an August comeback. So basically 1 month from now, just wait for them. You will be seeing more updates and teasers coming on. But right now we will have mixtape to enjoy without us at the moment. So these have been confirmed for the report by JYP Entertainment. So just wait for it. Moving on into mixtape. So why do we have a mixtape here release? You may be wondering. So Stray Kids released a mixtape from time to time as a digital single, and this time along with a music video, and that's the reason why I'm featuring this. But the main point isn't that, but instead a return of their member Hyojin, who had been on hiatus from group activities since February due to some controversy that you can actually Google online that goes along with bully. Alright, so that's all I'll say about that, and move on a little bit more on the concept itself. So we know that this is a mixtape. It won't be really the best, and at the moment we have, along with this sweet rhythm single showcase of a different side of Stray Kids in their music video, telling the story of a boy in love. Oh, it's pretty much a title that simultaneously significant the Korean word of a child as well as the Chinese character of love. You can say as simple as that. If you love it, you love it. If you don't love it, you don't love it. So, moving into a little bit in depth where we actually talk about this music video itself. So, talking about this music video itself, I do say that it is something very different. It brings a very different vibe to the song. Although it's a mixtape, the music video gives a highlight, a different look, a different kind of makeup, a different kind of style than the usual Stray Kids are usually showing themselves as. More gentle, if I need to put in a term, much more gentle. And the words, the lyrics that came out is very, very lighthearted. It's not totally about love. It is also playing along on the words as a child. So if I really need to give a full sentence, I would say a child in love would be a better way. As you can say maybe like a teenager or maybe a young adult in the early 20s, or maybe they just get into their universities will be a nice way to put it. And if I really need to give some lyrics in here because it is such a meaningful lyrics, I will say that the first verse will be good enough for some of it. I'm out of breath at the first feeling I felt. This can't be explained. Never just like that. I know it's not because I'm more greedy. I just want to tease you, although it's ridiculous. All calculated thoughts stop. Childish, loving, playful. Well, you can say it's very, very close to what we usually call as puppy love. In some ways, at least. If you understand what I'm actually trying to say, then you may have gone through that kind of love. If not, well, you will see in the future if you watch drama a lot or you read novels or love stories, there are always some kind of puppy love in there. Alright, so pushing those aside, let's get into the music along with the music video once more. Talking about their previous comeback, we talked about that, which is last year, which had been a very, very crazy with their bliss of musics in the market. This time they are back with something light-hearted. And I do say, mixtape can sometimes be visioned as something not really good because it's not taken as serious as how they release album. But for Stray Kids as an independent group, I have a different opinion because it has something like a much more indie minded in the way of the music and inclusion with the music video, how the director shoot it. It is good. So this kind of release can be a double-edged sword. I will be honest with that. It is always good to listen to new music from your favorite group, and mixtape often is how they actually explore it. For Stray Kids, they have already explored all kinds. They have released mixtape multiple times. It's good enough. I love this song. I'll be honest with that. Love it so much. It delivers the kind of emotion mid-tempo pop that usually you will hear inside the B-side tracks of most of the music from idol groups. These are bigger groups or boy groups, solos as well. You do see, well, I can't say overall a generic groove. There are some EDM that's put in it. However, the chorus does give you those a little bit of countryside in a way. If I need to say, it does give you a little bit of countryside in the song. It gives you those pump, those hook that you need to make the song sound very, very good. So while waiting for their comeback at the moment, this is a perfect appetizer, I would say. They're just pretty much getting ready for the main course, which is in a month. So stay tuned for the teasers, that I should say. Alright, pretty much when you see this song, overall productions of the music video, I will give it a 8. The music itself, I'll give it a 8. The performance, although it isn't much to be seen in there, I will give it a 7. So overall, it is a 7.5. Although this rating can be a little bit low, but among all songs from Stray Kids, including their mixtape that they released in the past, this is something I'll say in a higher rank, because the other mixtape, it doesn't hit the spot for me. It's more of those kind of generic boy group song, if I need to say. So this song is good enough. It sounds great. 7.5 is good enough for the mixtape. Hopefully the main course coming soon will push this ranking higher for them. With that, we have our first song here. Without further ado, let's move on to a second group. I'm very excited to talk about this group. Debuted on 2008 under JYP Entertainment. 2 p.m. I've been waiting so long for this. I think I can pretty much just say so freaking nice. The group have been on official hiatus since July 2017. They have members already signed to other companies, and they have proved it. It is possible to make a comeback although you're on a different company, as long as, well, in business side, if I should say, contract are made correctly. Right? So that's how I would say they are back. And starting with all this, if you have a chance, you can go to Google, just search for 2 p.m. Hands Up. And if you cannot find for that, you can just find for Hands Up 2 p.m. comeback show must. You just watch that. It's been such a long time since I heard Hands Up. I enjoy so much of the song. Those early 2008, those early 2009, those memories just came back to me. As some of you guys who listened since last year or pretty much early of this year, since episode 1 of season 2, I did drop some hints that I used to follow Girls' Generation as well. This group debut and comeback, I do listen here and there, and Hands Up is one of the songs that always pump me up a lot, especially if you go to club in the past. If you're someone who are, well, in your early 20s or in your late 30s, in your late 20s or in your early 30s, then yes, this is pretty much the song you may listen to in the club. Alright, without further ado, 2 p.m. coming back from their long hiatus, or should I say, military hiatus, we have the JYP Entertainment boy group with their full-length album, 7th full-length album, Must. The song is so good, and surprisingly, while I was actually looking through some articles, I find out that the song was actually written and composed by the member Woo Young. This song, I can say it is comical in a lot of ways about love. What should I do if love comes around again? Comical R&B, love it so much. If you have time, just go to Mnet's M2 digital channel on YouTube. You will be able to see the showcase, or should I say, the comeback showcase to go on. Very comical, very good. And if I must say, let's just put the songs, everything aside a little bit. Let's talk about this group. Veteran K-pop group 2 p.m. Debuted with 10 out of 10 in the past, and currently they are still maintaining the 10 out of 10 image. They are known as the Beastly Idols in the past, and right now, I do say they are just adding another title at the front. Charming Beastly Idol. Everyone looks so good. What a freaking hell! Even I look different. What the? Oh, I'm speechless. I feel like I just need to put the God hand help. Ow! Ugh, now I am alert a little bit. So, as I say, it's comical. Everyone looks so good. Everyone's image, wow, matured. Wow. I hope my early 30s will look like this. At least I will say, I'm speechless. Everyone just looks so damn. Sorry for that. If you have a chance, try to look their debut MV and their current MV. You just say, what the freaking hell is this? Everyone looks so good. Even may say, in this group, Taekyeon, wow. I feel like I have a crush. Suddenly a biasness is building up for some reason. Sorry to say so, but damn, this is just nice to see. Holy moly. Alright, moving into the music itself, I need to calm myself down a little bit. Breathe in, breathe out. Alright, let's move on. Music itself. Make it. How does it go again for this? Well, we have this comeback. I did see it since I was following Twice comeback, so I did see some teaser of this song. It's really, really great to actually see this. And talking about all of that, the guys 2050 hits My House has enjoyed a research over the past year or so and make it seeks to follow it smoothly in its seductive footstep. But 5 years hiatus tend to actually send some expectations skyrocket, and I don't think this song actually measure up pretty much a lot. There are some parts that actually disappointed a little bit, but taking into account that it is Woo Young who actually composed and written this song and depend on his personality, I can see where he's coming from because he is a little bit comedic in a way, even in real life, in variety show I should say. In real life, well, based on fan signs and video that have been taken, we've seen that he is someone like that. So, talking about all of this, you have already heard the song pretty much if you are a person who actually know this group 2PM. And this song itself, I can say it is surprising dull in the way that it is lack of those sense of dynamic in some of the parts, but the enjoyable groove. That's what actually makes the melody a bit hooky, enjoying it. Other than that, it's a little bit disappointing, but as an overall song with the comical MV, it is enjoyable. So if I really need to give more credit to this comeback for them, I will say the MV did a lot of the job. Why I say so? Because the MV itself does give it the vibe that you're looking for. The vibe, the missing points. Basically, the missing point that I'm saying is the climax, the build up, the meteor, everything just look very, very compatible with the song. And I do be honest to say that this is how safe they're playing for this comeback, but the MV actually did some job for them. So overall, this is a good start to a legacy that can be carried on. And well, I can only say that you have the tune with you with this. Overall, I will put everything as a 777 on this. I won't say more, I won't say less. It is a 7777. All I will put a 7. Why? Because without another between all these point performance, music, and the music video, it will not work. So 777 to balance it out. Alright, 2PM, I won't say more. It is a very veteran idol here we have. It's a high hope everyone have, and I can say that for someone who have been in the K-pop fandom scene, it is a little bit disappointing. So to be generous and a little bit biased opinion, I say a 7. Alright, moving on. Don't talk more about this. Moving on to our next song is LOONA. Debuted on 2016 under Blockberry Creative, won multiple awards for 2020 and 2021 like Popularity Awards and Best Performance Awards, to name a few. Alright, talking about LOONA with their mini album, and talking about this, we have the return of the leader Hasul, finally a 12-piece girl group. Here we go. Talking about them, with this comeback itself, nearly 5 years since LOONA first entered the K-pop scene. Alright, so with their past 8 months long pre-debut project, it was very fun to see. Finally, we have this comeback itself. So, talking about this comeback, hopefully everyone enjoys it. We have the whole team here. We will see how we are going to bring this together. Moving into the song itself, I did breeze through to see some of the fandom, the orbits talking about what this song is about, and I found a forum actually ranking the song. What do you think? Is it a bop? Is it a flop? Is it a flop? Total of out of 100%, we have at least a 43% saying it's a bop, while the other two sides are basically very balanced with 29% saying it is a flop or a flop. When you say a flop, it means it's doing very bad. Flop, well, pretty much you are still in the mid-range but you failed. A bop, it means it's good to listen to. For me myself, I do say that PTT Paint the Town is a dance track with explosive energy that feels hip hop and Bollywood music. I can say when you say Bollywood music, is a complete with an addictive ratata hook. It is really addictive. If you're a person who are much more familiar with Bollywood songs itself, then this song will be something up your alley in some ways itself, because it try to actually fuse together what we have in Bollywood songs and K-pop together. Does it work? One way or another, yes, I say it does work. Even the song itself, if we have seen the English lyrics, they try to actually bring out the vibes that you usually get from Bollywood songs. Yeah, that's kind of a fusion that we have. Or something like, if I need to say in English on some words, one be the cool kids. I have no idea why I'm doing this, but those points actually make it feel like it works. Somehow it does work. Will this work for a long time? Will it be good? Yes, I do say it does work, but it is more like a, well, limited edition way, because a lot of songs actually suffer from the familiar step backs that we have, and trying to push with a Bollywood music style, you need something strong, and with that they actually have a dynamic verse to start with. When I say about dynamic verse, I will give you my opinion that I did not expect to hear Indian flow. It means the Bollywood sound in it. I was expecting something much more dynamic, explosive. Suddenly, we have this kind of thing to actually get. And if I need to get back into the lyrics, this is where I can say it is a little bit disappointing. Because during the chorus, I have no idea what it's doing. It's trying to actually, I say, bringing together those two kind of music together, but with the much long forgettable chants like la ta 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 ta. I have no idea what to say. It's like it's stopping the song's energy in some parts, but it does actually bring it back up after that. Around the post-chorus itself, it tried to actually refrain from actually doing much but salvage what is available, although the damage had been already done. It may be a shame for some of you who do not really like, but overall, I can say that it is getting more and more exhausting to listen to K-pop release that are only enjoyable and fits. Well, this is something I can say much more entertaining. Entertaining in a way that it is special, creative, but I won't say that it will remain fantastic all the way too. So, talking about this song itself and for the music video, the group put an impressive dance performance in the book costume, throwing in an occasional twist by referencing previous LOONA videos and concept, which is very, very meaningful, especially for Orbits. In in all the means, if I am a fan, I do give this a it for all. It for all. If I need to actually give it a generous opinion way, a biased opinion way, it will be. Because other than it, I can't think more for this song. This song itself, I won't say it's the best, I won't say it's the worst, but I like it because it's creative. The music video, impressive. The performance, impressive. Overall, it is what I can give for this song itself. Alright, so like I say a few times already, give this a chance. This is something that's very, very nice. Let's move on to the last song. This is Seung Woo from Victon, who debuted on 2016 on the boy group under Play M Entertainment, which is the name of the present company they are in. Play M. It has already changed the name a few times already, so I do not need to get into that deep. And basically, our solo here debuted on 2020 last year under the same entertainment company as well. And talking about the group itself, they won Hot Trend Male Idol Group and Bongsan Awards for the year 2020 and 2021. Getting into the music itself, for the last song, we have Victon Seung Woo, the leader, with his second solo mini album Fate. This song itself really, really touched your heart a lot. Sing You Again, all I can say is a sentimental piano ballad with lyrics that express the bittersweet emotion of saying goodbye to someone that you love, hoping that you are reunited someday. And adding on to the music video, expressing this emotion with a muted tone and shot of basically our solo here looking away, looking far, sing the farewell. So much, so good. And he is the lyrics writer and the composer for all the songs inside the album. Do check out, I will be honest, do check out on the song because it hurts you somehow. If you have been a person who went through a breakup, or you have a friend who you haven't seen for a very, very long time, or during those farewell for someone that you love, someone maybe who is not around you anymore, someone that you wish to see again. Was it love? I dream of seeing you again. I can't forget a time we are in love. I need to see you. Love can have a lot of meaning, and this song really generalized that a lot within its lyrics. The MV itself, I won't say more, it is beautiful to look at. I would say the music video is a top notch it at the moment, I would say directly. The music itself is a top notch it as well. And when we say about this comeback, a sentimental, as he's saying farewell, where he's going into his enlistment for his military coming soon, we expect this song pretty much. It is a good way to say goodbye and see you again to all the fans. Through all, I should say, I love the instrument, all the way back to the piano to everything else. And I also like that it is lack of the shiny blinking, the basically those EDM, or should I say some of the plugins that you put in to make the song much more popping, colorful. Instead, it's much more focused on vocals and simple melody. It's been a while since we have this kind of song without any EDM, to be honest. So looking back into this, I can say that it reminds me of G-Dragon's Untitled. I think 2014, if I remember correctly. There are similarities to it. However, the chorus in here is much more dramatic and emotional. So I love it so much. Great way to actually put it. So, if I need to actually generalize everything once more, I will say again, performance-wise, it's a 7. Production-wise, in the MV as well, I think I'll pump it up to a 9. And the music, I'll pump it up to a 9 as well. So it'll be a 997. So overall, if we have a 997, what will we get? Alright, so 997, we should be getting about a 8. It should be it. Alright, so having this, it should be about a 8. Nicely. Hopefully, this farewell will bring back more songs once he is finishing his military enlistment. Hopefully so. With that, we will end part 1 with this nice song. See you guys in part 2.
Hello guys, like what you're listening to? Please do follow us on our Facebook, Twitter and Instagram page. Links on the description, and let's move on to part 2.
Rolling in with our second part with weekly news and topics for this week's podcast. And for the first news, as we say, we have a pop idol involved in BTS new upcoming track, which is shocking. Alright, saying about this song itself, it is quite shocking to find out who it is, and it is our one and only Ed Sheeran. And talking about him being involved in this is actually spoke out by Ed Sheeran himself, saying that he already written another song for BTS through the interview with American radio show Most Requested Live, where he talks about his new single for Bad Habits on pretty much a few days back on 26th, if I'm not mistaken, and he have already written another song for them. Alright, talking about all of this, hopefully this will be a good start of news for all the armies out there. Hopefully this is a good. At the moment, it is unclear if BTS new collaboration with Ed Sheeran will be included in the CD version of Butter. At the moment, I will say that much because a lot are wondering on this. But where the song is released, we can't confirm right now, but it will be a good enough song to listen to. And if you haven't listened to their first collaboration, was Make It Right from BTS 2019 album Map of the Soul Persona. If you're ARMY, you know which it is it. If you haven't, you can listen to it on Spotify and enjoy the song itself. Alright, moving on to something much more comedic, I should say, on the reasons why you may actually say, I'm gonna drop this K-drama. And I myself and quite a lot of Redditors find it to be ridiculous. Hear me right, I have already dived into Reddit this time once more to look around on what are the freaking reasons that some people drop a drama. Aside here, a location inside a Reddit forum here that pretty much are so ridiculous that I think it makes fun to actually see. First and foremost, a lot, or should I say the top number one, screaming or crying too much. Because obviously K-drama are well dramatic. However, sometimes it can be a bit too much, especially when it comes to someone crying or shrieking every other episode. When we talk about these kind of opinions, we have like some fans example like the Penthouse to be one of the biggest reason that a lot of people are saying this. However, there are other K-dramas as well, like Replay 1988. Well, understandable, they are a little bit childish to that. Or even True Beauty. That's weird. Does True Beauty? Oh yeah, I cry a lot. Heal Me also cry a lot. Yeah, understandable why those are the examples. Another thing that we actually can see on the second on why actually people are saying that is because it is dubbed. While this is not a common issue in K-drama world, it's definitely an issue itself more on the C-drama. But you can actually find K-dramas in international wise that are actually dubbed. You can find it in Malaysia, you can find it in China, even some in Japan as well, which is dubbed with different audio, and you may hear it very very differently that I have no idea what the hell is happening. So this is the second reason, although I won't say it is valid to be second reason, but in the international wise seems so. So let me know what do you think if you are having any opinions in the comments. Alright. Thirdly will be bad hairstyle or wigs. Bad hairstyle wigs, there are almost nothing more distracting than this. Especially when you have your main character with those bad hairstyle and you need to actually go through 16 episodes more. Yeah. I know one example, I'll see Itaewon's Boys Over Flowers. These two will be the one I agree. And for me, I think this is my top one on sometimes why I actually drop a drama. And another one that I can actually agree a lot is because of a dislike of an actor or actress. This on this list itself is on the fourth place. I have no reason why it's on the fourth place, but we can say we have our own likes and dislikes. Sometimes it just happen that one actor or actress that you cannot stand appear. For me, it's very very rare, but I do have 1 to 2 that actually appear on it. I won't say a lot, but depend on the Redditors here. We have Go Ara, Go Hyun Sung, or Lee Jun Suk. I have no idea why they actually list this name instead, because I do find it entertaining for some of their drama. Actually, the last point that actually for me I can see is in the 5th place itself. So I'm going to look through on the top 5 only. The last one will be character's outfit. Along with the bad hair, sometimes ugly outfit can be very distracting as well to watch. And we can find a lot of this happening, especially if you are watching Secret Garden or Full House. This is a freaking understandable thing to happen. Or should I say Bellarmine. If I'm not mistaken, that's the one where you appear as a 4D personality character or acting as one. It's horrible to see all those outfits. Oh my goodness, we need to go through so many episodes with those outfits that I just can't take it anymore. I will say that much. So, for you, maybe some of these will not be the one. Maybe you have others. Do leave it in the comments or maybe on our social medias once I post this podcast out. Let me know what is the one reason that you will drop a K-drama if you're into K-drama, that is. What will it be? Will it be because of this freaking outfits, because of actor or actress, or possible, if I never mention this, it's just basically you don't feel like it. You just suddenly woke up one day and you don't feel like watching at all. Possible reason as well. Anyway, these are some of it that you may be feeling when we are going through all of this. Alright, so for this second part, it will be short. Reason because we are going into our music charts for the month June of 2021. When we say about this itself, we are actually looking on the chart itself from Gawon's as well as Sumpi. I'm taking these two comparisons to actually compile a top 10 for you guys to actually look into. So don't be surprised that you may actually find this in Sumpi because that's where I actually refer it. Alright, so you know where I'm looking at this, you can actually just Google for it. It will be the last week of June to actually look at it. With number 1, we have Twice with Alcohol Free album. Second, we have Butter from BTS, followed by Next Level from aespa. On 4th will be Dun Dun Dance from Oh My Girls. That will be album of Dear Oh My Girls, followed by Hello, which is Joy's special album. Next will be Heinz Happen. 7th place, I'm surprised to actually see this. I would say, which is IU's album Lilac. Followed by that, we have In the Morning, ITZY's album Guess Who, followed by ASAP Stacy's, and lastly, Don't Fight the Feeling. This is from EXO. Basically the same for the album name itself. Talking about all of this, you may disagree on some of this rating, but just for you guys to know, you can actually vote this on Sumpi. How you vote and how I calculate is pretty much I compare between the two ratings on Gayeon's chart of their digital as well as their albums, followed by Sumpi's, and in the end, this is the rating I get. And this time is pretty much you can actually refer to Sumpi's overall charts as it is very similar. No difference, no changes in the top 10, but after that, there is a lot of changes, I would say. Alright, do you disagree on some of this rating? Do let me know. Or maybe you think that some other songs should be in the top 10 itself. Leave in the comments and we'll see what we can talk about on this part itself. Okay, moving to the last news we have today. We do not have much topic to talk. Only news. And talking about news, this is also related to chart where Twice makes into Billboard history as the first girl group from any country to hit number 1 on the top album sale chart with a EP. It means with a mini album. Because as you know, mini albums don't really much make into the charts itself. And talking about all of this, give you some information at the end of the week on 26th of June itself. Taste of Love debuted on the first place on 3 separate charts, which is top album sales chart, top current album sales charts, as well as world album charts on number 1. With this pretty much latest achievement, they are the first girl group in the history, not just K-pop, to ever be in the top album sales chart with an EP, a mini album. The only 5 other girl groups have ever topped here that I can actually remember will be Destiny Child, TLC, Spice Girl, Danita Kane, as well as Blackpink. So we are having a first as an EP, good enough for me. So entering this with an EP, ooh la la. And they are also inside the top 10 of Billboard 200. This is another point that I really can't say more. With a number 6 place, impressive debut. As how I see some memes that are going around inside the Once fandom are saying, Alcohol Free is the song that actually brings in more American fans into the fandom due to this song. Because it's much more familiar to maybe the US fans itself. And talking about that as an additional, Twice re-enter Billboard Artist 100 and number 9, marking it at the date of currently their highest ranking in the chart. And lastly, Alcohol Free debuted on number 3 on the Billboard World Digital Song Sales and they also entered the Billboard Global 200 chart at number 41. That is really, really impressive. Congratulations once more to Twice on making a Billboard history here. Applause. I would say it's very, very impressive. We have so many news to talk about on this, but I have never imagined it to be this short as I expected, and I fulfilled my promise last week to make it a long episode this week. Although let's just say the second part is a bit shorter here, but we have a lot of songs this week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed those songs that we actually talked about, because those songs are very, very soothing to listen to. If it's not soothing, you are very impressed with the song itself, because if we talk about songs, we can see a lot of things coming back here. You will enjoy some of the songs, you may not enjoy some of the songs. It's up to you to actually say so. However, for me, I enjoy all the songs that we have for today, and it is a very good way to actually end your week. With that, I will end our podcast here, and let's see what we have for next week as a teaser. We have a collaboration release of ITZY and second aunt Kim Davi, which is Kim Soyoung. Possible I will just cover that, we will see. Or we have Alexa, extra feature with BM. I will seriously cover that. Alexa is one of the underdog that I will actually see. We will see more what we have. We even have Day 6 coming soon, which is the subunit. We even have more coming. Hopefully we can cover more songs next week. With that, I'd just like to say once again, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're watching from YouTube. Do follow us on our podcast platform, and you will be updated when we update any of our podcast episode. And last but not least, I'd just like to bring these words. I've been saying this a lot in the last season of podcast. I'll say it once more. Be excited and challenge yourself, as everyone's timing is different when it comes to dreams. Annyeong guys, and see you guys next week.